Hey yo, what is up guys, it's your boy Tway here, and this will be a video on, well, Eclipse, but mainly I want to talk about what to do with my channel. Like, I got several ideas of where to go with it, but what I'd like to know from the viewer's point of view, what do you guys want to see from this channel? Now, what I will be focusing on a little bit more will be PvP, so I'll be making PvP videos, some guides on how to build certain champions for PvP, what would be good for that. That will be in the main woodworks. I want to still focus on the newer players as well. There's a lot of new players coming out. They come to my stream, they ask a lot of questions, and I want to get a good format for those people. But you guys, the viewers, I'd like to ask you, is there anything that you'd like to see from my channel? Put that into the comments, please. Also, the Lost Ark CBT came out very recently onto the Russian server, and I'm probably gonna play that as well if I do find the time. However, I may just want to stream that as well, so there will be content coming out from that as well. So don't worry, I'll still be playing King's Raid, still be making videos, but I will be addressing that game as well. Also, on a side note, yesterday was a blast. I started streaming 12 hours mainly for one goal, and that is trying to beat 8-26. Now, I will be making a video on that, but first of all, I'd like to thank everybody that watched and the donations that came in. That was really awesome. But I'd like to do that more often. I'd like to make that a challenge, like either monthly or within 2 weeks notice, right? But for the newer players, what I'd like to do, I'd like to make a new account, and I'd like to give the challenge to a new character. This time I took Cleo, but I'd like to make a poll, I'm not sure where yet, where everybody can vote on which character I should speedrun next. I will be giving that account away, so that is something that I'm working on as well. So there will be more note to that, but just to make sure, that is still in the woodworks as well. As for this run, as you can see, I am running Kayn the God and Rahartna. Now, there's been a lot of questions about Rahartna, and I will be making a video on her as well. But as you can see, she is a god. Like, I got really lucky and pulled her soul weapon out of a random, and I kid you not, that thing is monstrous. That thing is really good. And for what I can tell you, is Rahartna is super low investment, very high reward. So basically what we do with Kayn is very simple. You go into the Tyrant form, you auto attack, things get killed. I got a little bit of addition to my Frey, a little bit more attack than I used to have, and this will allow her to do so much shielding. And with the reset coming from Rahartna, I can mainly uptime the shield so much. Now, I could use my pocket watch instead, but this actually got to Rahartna because her cooldown reduction amps up her damage even further. So that's even more sick. Now this boss, let's blow him up. Blow him up! He gets immune for a little bit, and then he's dead. And he didn't even get through the shield. Look at me being happy as hell. And 9 out of 10 times I thought like, oh, I may as well just die at the next one. But something happened that put a smile to my face. I was like, okay. I'm not pulling any of my other skills. There's no need. Sadly, Rahartna died. Otherwise, I think this would have been even better. But single target damage, bossing damage is just, this is not a boss, which means that the damage overall does not get amped all that much. There was no reason for me to pull a skill, but either way, we kill this one as well. So this is the very first team, already wave 23, right? Can I kill this one too? Is the main question. And with Loman on a Ring of Spirit Morph, I'm not dying nowhere near soon. But mind you, this is a Kayn 1-star. Kayn on a 1-star, lowest investment that I would feel on this team. Frey has a 0-star unique weapon. Rahartna is a 0-star unique weapon. Loman 1-star unique weapon. Kayn 1-star unique weapon. There is so much room for improvement for that team, and now I got it myself like cannon fodder, because I thought to myself like, oh, maybe I could just use that here and there and that. Funny thing with this Cleo team is I got a Cleo soul weapon and I got a unique weapon onto Artemia. So if I do, however, invest into that team, I feel like that could work pretty well. And now we come up to the main guys. We got Theo up in the building, and normally he doesn't really do well against the Maldek because he is pretty much magic resistant. So I thought to myself, nah, nothing will be happening at this point. But let's just give it a shot. And here we go. Yup, and we kill. That is the good stuff. Now on Dullahan, I was not thinking anything was gonna happen, but yeah. This is the issue with Theo being on a 0-star unique treasure. Not enough damage coming out, and he just gets one smacked. Sonya, on the other hand, she just stands firm like, nah, I ain't going nowhere, baby. I ain't going nowhere. So the moment I can get my Theo up in the building just a little bit, right? I can do just a little bit more. But now came one of these surprises, and this is one of the tips that I put into the earlier guide on Eclipse as well. Is if you can go to the back of the boss, 9 out of 10 of these bosses don't do jack shit for damage. It is so much fun. Like, yay, he killed off everything else. Guess what? My claws is like, I'm good, baby. I can smack this shit out of this. And then he just gets blown up. But still, look at my Cecilia go. And then just gets powder smacked. That was some good stuff. And then we got one of the man's 100 grand Bernie up in the building. Now, I'm not very fond of this team, ain't gonna lie. What I could have done instead was start off with the S1. That way the healing would have been a little bit more, and I would have had S1 trans. Now Shay needs another unique treasure and way more attack speed. The moment that she has that, she will become godlike. Made a little mistake here, popping the S3 way out of range of the other ones. And having both Annette on non-auto and Shay on non-auto is exhausting. I can tell you that much. So this team has a lot of potential if I do get my Jane up even higher with a little bit more damage, a little bit more tankiness. And the moment that happens, I think this team could perform even better than it did right now. Happy as hell getting to wave 25 for the first time. Now this is the moment where Jane starts dying because my healing is not enough. These guys in the back, they just ruffle my jammies. And if I get T95 on Jane, I may be able to stun these people with the S3 Dark. So there's like a lot of room for improvement. Look at me being happy as hell. And one thing I want to note is Philip is probably one of the most godlike heroes on this whole stage. Reason for that is he gets hit like a lot of times. That means he will be amping himself up due to his unique weapon so much. So his defense will get off the chain. This is where I made a mistake. If I popped the S3 earlier, Chase actually works. I've got this into another part of a failed video actually, where Chase does not get outside of S2. I'm not sure if that's a bug. Below 25% if you do put S3 onto Mediana. So that is something to look out for. So yeah, wave 29, I think that with the S3 I could have gotten up to 30. Nah, it's not even a maybe. I think that definitely would be possible. But this is the rewards that you get. So take a note, for every other wave up to 25 you get another golden piece. Now that to me is really, really good. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Swear. Peace.